Hi there, J.R. Knowles here, still beating the drum. The beat goes on for the Great American Bitchoff. I wanted to focus on two things. One is the recent comment by President Obama that those of us that own our own businesses did not create them on our own. We needed the help of, I guess, the government, he was insinuating, or other people, which in his mind says that we're not capable of creating businesses and establishing them as successes on our own. Perhaps he was looking in the mirror when he thought of this. Or perhaps he was talking about the companies to which we bailed out with our tax dollars and we helped them stay in business. I don't know about getting help from anybody, nor friends of mine who have great businesses, who have worked their fingers to the bone, put in their personal funds, did not get any help from the government, any bank loans whatsoever, and made themselves extremely successful. So, I think perhaps, President Obama, you are speaking to people who came to you for bailouts to which you wrote big, big checks. And to now backtrack, nothing new with you, on your statement that you said this or it was taken the wrong way. You remind me of someone I had in my life. Everything I said or he said, and if I reacted to it, it was taken the wrong way. It's the same with you. If we respond, it's taken the wrong way. It's not taken the wrong way. What it truly is that when you don't have a teleprompter, you can't speak intelligently. Therefore, I'd like to claim that you have no idea what you're talking about and you are completely not in touch because you were given an education, something of which, the quality of which, that most of us couldn't even dream of having. And those of us who had to work our way to pay off student loans probably for 20 or 30 years, while we were creating our own businesses, those of us understand we're in touch and we know exactly what you said. We're not stupid, we're not blind, we don't have a lack of language comprehension, so we don't know who you're talking to, but we're certainly not listening. Secondly, Mrs. Obama. Mrs. Obama, what were you thinking when you decided, First Lady of the United States, that you would target the obese, especially the young, in the United States? We all understand the problem with health factors that are a result of bad eating and also result in higher costs of health care. We all understand that. What you don't understand is that 50% of the parents out there are single parents, and they're all either working part-time jobs, 2 part-time jobs with minimum pay, or can't find work at all, and in either case cannot afford to have a beautiful little garden like you developed in the White House with, let's see, how many people helped you plant your garden? You have the largest staff of any First Lady ever that existed on the planet of the United States. And why do you need so many people? Was it to write your book? Was it to take the photo on the side of the White House holding that lovely dish of fruit and vegetables that you planted, you alone planted at the White House, or you and your family, whatever. Point being is, get in touch with reality, First Lady of the United States. Most of these people don't have room to sleep their number of children, let alone have space for a garden to plant vegetables. You gave all the proceeds of your book to the national parks. I think that's a very nice gesture. None of the children you're speaking to who have to eat cheap food loaded with sugar and loaded with fat to fill their little bellies, and their parents as well, who probably need to burn off all of that energy by working. An odd concept, isn't it? Anyway, those children, have you ever thought that, you know, they can't afford these gardens, they can't afford these vegetables even if they don't grow them themselves? And when their little children are hungry at night, as I'm sure yours will never be, and I'm very happy about that, but those little stomachs at night when they're hungry, what are you going to give them? A radish, a head of lettuce, a bowl of string beans? I mean, seriously. You know, your money that went to the national parks as proceeds for your book could have been put to better use had you decided to take that money and put your boots on the ground, roll up your sleeves, go into the neighborhoods where kids need a healthy diet. Their parents don't have the money to help support it, or maybe they're just too busy and exhausted, either working 2 jobs or looking for work. So why don't you get your troops, your people that work in the White House, that's this huge staff you have, to go and help you put boots on the ground, roll up your sleeves, plant some of these gardens in these downtrodden neighborhoods where kids could use more than just seeing the crack dealer on the corner. Or people who have left a mid-level lifestyle, who were in the middle class, by the way, that's slowly shrinking from the United States, who are now too poor to be able to feed their families, or their parents for that matter. So perhaps you should take that money and donate it to you getting yourself to work. Work for us. If you're going to be First Lady a second term with your husband, I suggest that you go out and do something for the people. And $72 million, Mr. Obama, President Obama, for your new campaign, you can't be serious. You are going to spend that money, 72 million desperate dollars, after the trillions that you've risen in debt, and of course all of your lovely golf trips. You're going to take $72 million and spend it over the next few months for yourself. Not for us, for you. Because you don't represent us and you haven't proved that you do. We're not sure about the other guy either. However, lesser of two evils sometimes. But in any event, back to the point, $72 million. Maybe you should take that money and, you're a community organizer. You should have thought of this. Maybe you can go into the communities and help create little companies for people, rather than backing big companies that have absolutely no future and have now all gone bankrupt. But then again, as a community organizer, you don't know too much about business, do you? Well, I hope you learn very quickly, because we're about to go out and vote. Thank you for listening. Signing off, the Great American Bitchoff.